Here, this is my world. This place inspires me to be tougher, to stay sharper, to think faster. They may be just streets to you, but to me, they are playgrounds.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Shifting Gears. I am your host, Clutch. We have a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of cool stuff has happened over the last week. Obviously, the last episode I had highlighted about a lot of the major games that have come out and just been playing them. Have a big review. Spoilers are going to be talked about tonight about Batman Arkham City. I will have a little mention down there, a little title when I am talking about the spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, just go ahead and mute during that time. It obviously won't be for the whole episode. We're going to talk about downloadable content. We're going to talk about Batman Arkham City, Final Fantasy, Skyrim, Mass Effect 3, Uncharted 3. The main title, the main theme for tonight's episode is multiplayer degrading the quality of single-player games. We've grown up playing single-player games. We've grown up playing regular Nintendo games. We've grown up playing Sega Genesis games. We've grown up playing PlayStation 1 games. And those games didn't have online capabilities, and a lot of those game systems only had one other remote controller to play with. So with the internet, with broadband becoming such a major influence in our lives and in gaming, has the single-player experience taken a hit because of it. And also has the focus of graphics being the major innovator and pushing these games into the next limits as far as technology been a hindrance to these stories. We're going to talk about that tonight. First off, let's talk about downloadable content. You know, because of the move towards broadband internet, it has been easier for game developers to release content to the games that have already been released. In years past, they did this with expansions. I'm sure a lot of PC gamers out there eagerly awaited expansions to their favorite video games. Of course, Brood War, the expansion to StarCraft, the expansions on the Warcraft series, and a number of other series with their expansions. Half-Life with Opposing Force and Blue Shift. I remember those expansions fondly, and the graphic details that were upgraded because of those expansions. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Here and there, mainly with RPG games, they have expansions that are released, but a lot of it is just the downloadable content, which is kind of interesting where they're going with it. Because this downloadable content that's being released, is it actual content that adds to the canon of the story? Is it actually part of the game? Or are they just design afterthoughts? Are they designs or pieces of the game that they thought, oh, this would be cool if, or hey, this would be cool if, and they decided, well, we can release it for, a couple bucks later on. But really, downloadable content has become the expansion pack nowadays, and we've seen this with console games as well. With Gears of War 3, you have the season pass that you can buy and receive the downloadable content throughout the whole season of Gears of War 3. We saw that season pass in effect as well for Mortal Kombat, which I thought was pretty effective. Whenever those new characters were released, I didn't have to buy the points to buy the characters. I just had them automatically available so I could download them when they were released. And you save a few bucks as well. So yeah, it is a brand new system. I will not be having any guests with me tonight. I'm letting them all take breaks. But tonight we're going to have some fun. I'm going to play some Uncharted 3 a little bit later on with some commentary on the single player. But next week, we will have Kennegat and Chef from Team Liquid joining me along with a couple other guests, most likely to get pumped for MLG Providence. Totally looking forward to that. Let's continue on with the main theme of this episode, though, let's talk about BioWare and the push BioWare has with keeping solid RPG storylines in the forefront of video games, mainly PC games. We've seen Mass Effect, we've seen Knights of the Old Republic. Both of these universes, even though Star Wars was an already created universe and it just expanded upon that, are huge in themselves and so successful. Mass Effect 3 coming out in March. Looking forward to that. However, they have announced that there is a co-op mode, a multiplayer mode, and will that affect the gameplay of the single player? Also, in terms of expansions, there are some titles that these developers have been releasing that should be expansions and not full-fledged games. For example, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. If you played the first Star Wars The Force Unleashed, oh my goodness. That game redeemed the storyline of Star Wars for me, at least between the prequels and the original trilogy. The writing was impeccable. The characters were cool, the new ones that were introduced, plus incorporating Darth Vader and other characters from the series that we were familiar with was a great success. With The Force Unleashed 2, it was a little bit shady because we were relying on the story to be about a clone, which just opens up infinite storylines because the character is never really in trouble because you can clone him. And honestly, where is the story going to go? If it's not the character from the first game, we're not going to have that emotional investment. We're not going to care as much about him. Anyways, it wasn't just the story because it totally could have worked. They could have made it work. It was the length of the game. It was way too freaking short. And it was surprising how short it was and disappointing as well. And the fans had a huge outcry. The ability to use your lightsaber to cut off stormtroopers' heads and arms was novel and a nice addition, even though a little freaky to see that in a Star Wars universe. The length of the game was disappointing, and it should have been an expansion. So there are some definite disappointments that have come out over the last year as far as single-player games. And the drive of a lot of these developers is to have that perpetual income, that income to constantly come out after the game is bought. That's why a lot of these games are moving into downloadable content, which is no fault to them. If the content's great, if it's worth buying and it adds to the overall feel of the game without being cheated of, okay, I bought the original game and you added this later on when it should have been part of the frickin' game I bought at the store in the first place, but adds a newness to it or adds a different character or a different perspective or improves the multiplayer, that's great. We totally welcome it. But it seems that this mode of understanding of we have to keep the game's longevity longer than just that 2 weeks to a month time frame between when the game's release and people complete it, that these game developers are trying to keep that money coming in. And to their credit, it's a smart marketing idea, and yes, who would not want more money for a project that they've worked on? However, because of their reliance on that, it is destroying the first experience, the single-player experience, the first initial run through the game, that players shouldn't have to feel that they have to buy more downloadable content to get the whole game. I think there's a little bit of a manipulation going on there. Could I be wrong? Sure, that's how I feel. I do want to comment a little bit later on about Mass Effect as far as downloadable content. I'm going to comment now. BioWare did it right with the downloadable content of Mass Effect 2. If you haven't played it, if you played it through Mass Effect 2 but haven't played the DLCs, play them. They're amazing. The Shadow Broker, that DLC is fantastic. And the last one to come out for Mass Effect 2 bridges the gap between the second game and the third game. It totally sets up the third game. And that's what these DLCs should do. They should add a little bit more to the chapter that, the game can totally stand alone without it, but it adds so much more to the experience, and it's a reward for keeping the game installed in your computer. So as far as BioWare and with Mass Effect 2, if other game developers want to see a template for how to release DLCs, do what they do because they did a bang-up job. All right, Guys, I'm going to move into Batman, so this is your warning. If you do not want to get spoiled, and this is my 2 weeks rule. If the game has been out for 2 weeks and I want to talk about it, I will warn everybody, but I'm going to talk about spoilers. So the game has been out for that length of time, and so we're going to move into the Batman Arkham City spoiler mode. All right. Breaking down this game, it had a wonderful vibe. It had great design, great combat, great material. Rocksteady built upon the wonderful game that they made. The story, the journey itself was a little bit lackluster. The ending, baffling in the comic book universe, but the story itself, too many characters were introduced. That was the fault of it. With Batman Arkham Asylum, you had a number of main characters. You had Killer Croc, Poison Ivy, who else? The Riddler, which you never really saw unless you solved his puzzles, from what I can remember, and the Joker. And you interacted with a couple other characters, especially Harley Quinn, but each area focused on that bad guy, and you had to use different strategies and whatnot during that boss battle, so every piece of the game felt like it was going to an epic conclusion against those characters, which was really cool to see in that game and in that environment with the Unreal Engine. In Batman Arkham City, it introduced Two-Face, Catwoman, the Penguin, Deadshot, Azrael, who I'm not familiar with, Mr. Freeze, the Joker was still in it, a number of smaller characters I wasn't too familiar with, Calendar Man, Solomon Grundy. So you have a plethora of new characters. That's great. That brings in a lot more fans of the comics that get to see these characters, but they see them for such a small amount of time, and they don't have that much of an impact on the main story. So the main story is Hugo Strange has built Arkham City. And Arkham City has taken the spot of like the slums of Gotham, and they've walled it off, and that's where all the criminals live, and they just duke it out. Sounds like a novel idea, okay? Why keep them in an asylum if they're going to break out? Let's just contain them in a city and let them kill each other. Fine. The introduction of Arkham City, you have to watch the trailers and be reading about the game to know what's been going on. Otherwise, the gap between Arkham Asylum and Arkham City is found out through side missions and getting Riddler trophies, that most of which you won't get till you beat the game. So there's a loss there. They rely too much on people watching the trailers before the game and reading on their own what's going on, because the game like instantaneously starts with Bruce Wayne being knocked out and taken into Arkham City. Hugo Strange knows who Bruce Wayne is. He knows that he's Batman. It would have been a better story arc if we got to see the reasoning behind that. All Hugo Strange does is tell people via tapes you unlock by getting Riddler trophies after you beat the game that he made some sort of psychological profile, and that's how he deduced that Bruce Wayne was Batman. Guess what, Rocksteady writers? You've done a great job with the rest of the game. Why not highlight 2 minutes of video and voice acting to show what kind of deduction he made? That would have been great to see, but it was lost in exposition that we don't see weaved into the narrative. It's placed on tapes on the side missions, and I was disappointed with that. Weaving through the story itself was fantastic. We got to see different characters interact with them, but it was more of a flavor of the minute. You got to see Mr. Freeze and work with him, and that was it. It was like Mr. Freeze, like, hey, right on. Thanks for working with me. It would have been really cool if we got to see him later on have some sort of impact within the story. I felt that he was used pretty well. The Penguin was a nuisance. If that was his role, then so be it. They did a good job with him. I think they relied too much on the backstory of the comics and what they presented with him. Catwoman was a fantastic addition, but it was like an afterthought. They needed to make her have more of an impact to the story. The love triangle between her and Batman and Talia al Ghul would have been fantastic to fully either envelop or just to have the flirtation and sexual tension between Batman and Catwoman. Instead, they introduced Talia al Ghul with this huge backstory that none of us is familiar with unless we've read the comics. And I'm not faulting people that read the comics. That's fantastic. That's great. The game will mean so much more to you. But for Rocksteady to rely on that for their player base is a big gamble. As familiar as we are with Batman and all his technology and Alfred and the Joker, people are not that familiar with Talia al Ghul. However, the introduction of her was interesting, and it did add a bit of a more emotional side to Batman. But then why have Catwoman? I wanted to see Catwoman and Batman have some sort of flirtation, something, but it was more of, oh, hey, I'm saving you again, Batman. Let me strut my stuff in front of you and run away. Okay, cool, whatever. I felt that they could have enveloped that a lot more. Solomon Grundy, which is a character from the comics, I believe outside of Batman, but has been introduced into the Batman storyline, was really cool to see. The guy's background was interesting, but he just like shows up at the bottom of a museum and you rip him apart and Batman kills him. He like punches him in the heart, which if Batman wants to save people, but is Solomon Grundy really a person or is he a monster? Anyway, we could debate that for hours. However, he was an interesting addition, and yes, he was a boss battle, and he served his purpose. So he was fine in my book. Ra's al Ghul. Okay. So he is a prominent figure in the game, but not till halfway through. You see him. He's trying to resurrect himself, but he doesn't want to. He wants Batman to kill him and take his place, which is what Talia wants. But Batman says no because he doesn't want to kill people, which links back to Batman Begins. It was good. It was good to see that. But okay, guys, here's a big spoiler, all right? If you don't want the ending to be spoiled for you, pause it now or come back or whatever. Hugo Strange is trying to control the criminals, get into their minds and find out why they're so nuts, and also to get rid of Batman because of escalation. Because Batman exists, then people like the Joker exist and vice versa. So Hugo Strange is finance-backed, led by Ra's al Ghul, and in the end you find this out. Well, Hugo Strange's plans are crumbling in front of him because Batman's there and has broken in. And Ra's al Ghul kills Hugo Strange. Hugo Strange blows up his own office, and as Ra's al Ghul and Batman fly out of the office building, Ra's al Ghul stabs himself to try to kill Batman, but Batman, like a boss, is like, I know what you're going to do. I'm going to let go. And Ra's al Ghul falls on some spikes on a fence. So that's the end of Ra's al Ghul, and they pronounce it like Ras al Ghul, I believe, in the game or something. I'm just used to Ra's al Ghul for Batman Begins. It's just me. Liam Neeson for the win. So he's dead, and then the Joker has been needing this cure from the Titan, which he was infected with from the first game. He steals the cure. He's fine, and Talia al Ghul shows up, stabs him, and kills him. Okay. And then Batman hears a shot. Talia is killed by the real Joker. WTF. What had happened was Clayface, a character that if you're not familiar with the comics or the animated series, will pop out of nowhere, but he took over the role of the Joker to make him look healthy, and then the Joker was still sick, apparently didn't take the cure. You defeat Clayface. The Joker's there. He's trying to get the cure from Batman. Batman looks at the cure. Now and Talia's dead, so people are dying left and right. Batman looks at the cure, and he says, I'm paraphrasing, if I give this to you, so many more innocent people will be at risk. And if I lock you up, you're just going to escape again. The Joker's pissed. He stabs Batman. Batman drops the cure on the ground. The Joker's like, oh, what have you done? And he tries to lap up the cure. And Batman says, you want to hear something funny? I would have saved you. And Joker laughs and dies. The Joker dies. Finally. Or is it his last laugh? Was it really the Joker? So, this is up in the air. But that was the ending to the game. But then there's all these side quests and side missions to find out the gappage of story between Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. And I was like, I spent more time getting all the freaking Riddler trophies and all the tapes and everything else than I did playing the actual game. Why, Rocksteady, did you not interweave the different stories of these characters into the main plotline? It would have had so much more of an impact at the end of the game when you've gone through all these different people and you finally come to the end with the Joker, and those words would have had so much more weight. The Joker's death would have had a bigger impact, perhaps, because he would have maybe seen his workings throughout the game. So this is my opinion, but I felt that the story itself was lackluster. However, if they're going to make a third one, which they probably will, then they did a lot of setting up for the third game. A lot. And I want to link this into the revamp of the comics that DC Comics is making with the New 52. If you haven't heard about this, the New 52 is supposed to come out, I believe, December, January? Chat, you might know. You can Google it for me. Where DC is completely revamping their comics and starting from the beginning with their 52 most prominent heroes. Now, a cool idea that happened in my mind is, what if Rocksteady and other game developers had the liberty to end the series? What is the end of Batman? What is the end of Superman? These comics have gone on for years and years and years. And if there is a definite end to them, then maybe that allows for more creative talent and energy to be placed in new stories and new heroes and something else. That is not what is going to happen because they're having the New 52. However, it's just interesting to see that. And yeah, Harley Quinn pregnant, that would be an interesting storyline. The Joker's dead, but Harley Quinn's having his baby. How demented would that be? So I look forward to seeing if Rocksteady announces plans to make a third game. Then I will be happier with my overall experience of Arkham City. However, you can't rely your exposition to be in side missions. It has to be weaved in through the main narrative. So that's my rant on Batman Arkham City. Final thoughts: buy the game, play it, get all the Riddler trophies, get all the stuff that you can. If you get the Perfect Night achievement, kudos to you. That is fantastic because this is definitely a Batman comic book fanboy game. If you've loved the animated series and grew up with it like I did, if you've loved the Batman Begins or the Dark Knight, this doesn't follow really the realistic style of Christopher Nolan, which has to translate in film to not be campy. But this is like the definite Dark Knight, I believe, as far as the animated series and the comics. So definitely check it out. It is totally worth it. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We come back. We're going to talk about the plummet of Final Fantasy and how bad it has been. Guys, it is... It's sad. We'll be right back.
Here, this is my world. This place inspires me. They may be just streets to you, but to me, they're a playground. Here, this is my world. This place inspires me. They may be just streets to you, but to me, they're a playground.
All right, guys, welcome back. If you're getting reverb or feedback on the commercials, I don't know what's going on. They're acting weird. Anyways, okay. Final Fantasy. Square Enix, what have you done? Why didn't you stay at Squaresoft? Ever since you've become Square Enix, you have taken this nosedive down the tree of fail and hit every branch. Let's look at 13 and 14. 13, you start off with an environment that nobody understands. You have characters that nobody can connect with. They are saying cliche and crappy dialogue to each other. There's no stakes, really. What? What is going... I know Japanese writing is better than this. I know it's foreign compared to Western writing. But... I don't know. I just don't know what has happened. 13... Yeah, you know what? 12, I wasn't a big fan either. But 13, really, they got away from their roots. And what are the roots of Final Fantasy games that we've all loved? Characters, story, music. Those are the key ingredients to an amazing story, especially Final Fantasy. If you take any of those three away, that's the German way to say three. It's the American way to say three. It's not the same thing. It's not going to be memorable. I challenge you. I challenge anybody in this world to look at a pretty picture, to look at a screenshot of a game from Final Fantasy, or to listen to the music. And tell me which one brings you back to that experience when you found out that Cloud was some sort of weird clone thing of Sephiroth. Or Squall, Renoa, and all of their friends actually grew up in an orphanage together, but they couldn't remember because their guardian forces were causing amnesia. These moments, these ingredients of the story, the characters, and the music is what captivated us, is what kept us going, is what did all those hard boss battles, is what went on Heaven and Hell's Island in Final Fantasy VIII to cruise through all of those really high-level bad guys with Quistis's, I think it was called Limit Break, to get level 99. I mean, just listening to the music over and over again, we loved it. It was spellbinding. It really helped to make the games so memorable. It's not there anymore, guys. These companies are pushing graphics. And they're pushing, hey, MMOs are great, and we can have subscriptions. And the multiplayer aspect is destroying the single-player quality. So as far as Final Fantasy 14, that I'm glad I didn't buy that. That has just been a huge failure. And I know they're trying to fix it, but why? Why make this game when you have the following and fan base and community of Final Fantasy 11? You already have an MMO. So the reasoning behind that, I'm not totally sure. Storyline-wise, for Final Fantasy, Square Enix, go back and play 1 through 10. Just go back and play those games. 4, which I think was 2 in the US, but then 4 when they released it. Now it's officially 4. That's a great storyline. Check those out. Go back to your roots. Understand that stuff. If you want to learn how to write, you want to learn about art, look at the past. Read Nietzsche. Go back, read Shakespeare. Look at character depth in a small amount of time that you have. And hopefully you can understand how to write better stories. It's sad that we have to go back to nostalgia sometimes to remember how good stories are and to remember how good the music is. Just think of Final Fantasy VII without the music. Think of 8 without the romantic love story between Squall and Renoa. People are like, oh yeah, no, come on, guys. You wanted to be Squall and get with Renoa. I did. It's unfortunate that we're at this place that the story has taken the back burner, is like an afterthought with some of these games. The saving grace is a lot of indie games are coming out with some really cool stories and some really, really innovative stuff. I haven't played Bastion yet, but I've heard the story and the music is phenomenal. So check that out. Support those indie games. There's still hope for these single-player games. However, just the multiplayer aspect and trying to get that money is destroying the quality of single-player games. All right, let's shift gears and talk about the future, as in what's coming out next Friday. Skyrim. I know that some of you may crucify me, but I am not a big fan of Bethesda games. I'm not saying their games aren't great. People love their games and they do very well. They get very high ratings and great reviews. That's fantastic. I myself am personally not a fan of Bethesda games, and this is why. I don't feel they are a sandbox. I feel they are a desert. It's way too open. There's not enough linear story to enjoy an arcing 1-act, 2-act, 3-act, 4-act, 5-act climax decrescendo of a narrative. There one? Most likely, yes. You have to find it. But I don't like games that are not that linear. If you love Oblivion, I'm sure you're going to love Skyrim. I'm still going to buy Skyrim. I'll probably stream some Skyrim and check it out. But it's not been my cup of tea. Oh, going back to soundtracks, one of the best gaming soundtracks of all time that I still listen to from time to time, Chrono Cross, the sequel to Chrono Trigger. Love that game. Played through it multiple times. Especially love the soundtrack. And if I ever want to experience going back to those wonderful levels of Sergei and going through that whole dual reality, twisted narrative, and trying to come out in the end unscathed and sane, I'll go back and listen to those songs. They are fantastic. There are some on YouTube. They're just great. All right, so that's all I really want to cover on Skyrim. You know, you can go to the internet and get all the information that you want about that game. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic for those that love the kind of game. I am really excited for the storyline and structure of Mass Effect 3. The problem with BioWare as of late with Dragon Age 2, why? Why change the graphic system? Why change the dark storyline? Why get rid of the most memorable characters? Alistair and Morrigan? Come on, man. Those two bickered back and forth in your party, and it was so much fun to listen to. It was fantastic. Dragon Age 2 only had a year and a half of development. It totally changed the graphic engine to look worse than its predecessor. It follows a straight line narrative. So it seems that they are watering down the difficulty, the customization of the game itself, which I don't mind playing a more linear story instead of choosing between an elf, a human, a dwarf, and I think that was it. Different races you could play. I don't mind that if they want to keep more of a linear story, kind of like Mass Effect. But don't totally wash it down. Don't get rid of all the tactics and the gameplay style. Yeah, maybe the Baldur's Gate kind of style is a little bit dated, and I may not be a big fan of it, but it's a lot different than what's out there. And when you make a game system to be just like everything that's out there, it's like, why? Why do this? I mean, the storyline itself is not really that captivating. It definitely wasn't one because of how dark it was. I had to take a step back and be like, man, can I handle this? This is kind of crazy. Excuse me. The story in the second one it lacked. The characters lacked. It was a disappointment, and it's a disappointment all the way around. I am very confident that the same thing is not going to happen with Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 2 is one of the greatest gaming experiences of all time that I have had. If you haven't played 1 or 2, play them. Seriously, play them. What I am concerned about is in this package, in this disc cover, there is this little notice. Join us in the war to take back Earth. You've been granted early access to the multiplayer portion of the Mass Effect 3 demo? The multiplayer portion of Mass Effect 3? Are we going to run into this situation again where the quality of a single-player franchise, one of the greatest RPGs in history that has spawned a lot of other media, especially books and comic books, to be degraded because they're adding co-op and multiplayer to it? I have confidence in BioWare that this is not going to be the case and look forward to the different aspects of the Mass Effect 3 universe that I can now divulge in with my friends. But if the single player is degraded in any way, BioWare, it's going to be really hard to forgive you, okay? Please stick with your guns. Stay with your strengths in single-player storylines and then move on to multiplayer. I'm confident that's what's going to happen. We are seeing an MMO being released by BioWare in Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm doing this a lot. Notice I'm doing this a lot. In Star Wars The Old Republic, and I'm very much looking forward to that game. I haven't been able to play the demo. I've heard good things from a lot of different people, and the highlight of it is the story. And that is what a lot of MMOs have lacked, is the story. is have a captivating story, not just at the beginning, not in a cinematic at the beginning of the game when you install it, but all the way through, and to have characters that grow on you, to have that kind of, oh, it'd be so nice if my character would explore this region with this side character, then a little romance develops. I mean, it's just nice to see that because that has a human interaction that we as humans are familiar with. That is what is so captivating about these games. And it seems that some of these developers are missing out on it. They're not remembering those things. I know I'm ranting, I know I'm lecturing, but I wanted to get this addressed because there's a little bit of a concern with having a multiplayer for a single player franchise. Okay? But December, dude, my time is going to be really cut short when Star Wars The Old Republic comes out. And then Guild Wars 2 is coming out as well, another MMO that is claiming to have more, at least interaction within the game environment. Okay, well, I've talked a lot about my different viewpoints of what's going on between the single player aspect and the multiplayer aspect. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 comes out this Tuesday. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was pretty cool when it came to single player. I mean, it had a lot of jaw-dropping moments. The second one pushed the envelope even farther, almost in kind of a creepy way. And the story itself was really good. You didn't have as much of the shock and surprise from the first one when one of the main characters died, but Captain Price is awesome. And seeing Soap McTavish as a player, well, I mean, you played as him in the first Modern Warfare, and then you get to see him as a player you work with is great. Killing off Ghost. Why? Ghost was such a good character we hardly got to see. Anyway, so the third Modern Warfare, honestly, I am more excited about the single player than the multiplayer. Will I be pleasantly surprised by the multiplayer? I hope so, because I was unpleasantly disappointed with Modern Warfare 2. But Black Ops made up for that because they did a good job with the balance, unlike Modern Warfare 2. However, I'm sure they learned from their mistakes with Modern Warfare 3. And yes, we do know about the drama between Activision and Infinity Ward. It's sad to hear that. Zip. I mean, you guys sure know the details. If you don't, look on Google. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's very unfortunate. However, that game does get released this Tuesday. I'm still debating whether to get it for the Xbox 360 or the PC. Still up in the air. I know this cute girl that plays on the 360. It's like, do I want to play with her? We'll see. Anyway, and my brother is playing football. More important, my brother, get to play with him. He plays football for a team out in San Diego in college over there, and that's kind of what him and I do, is play video games with each other over the Xbox 360. Anyways, that's it for the debate, really. My closing thoughts. So we're gonna play some Uncharted. Don't go anywhere. Uncharted 3 is coming up. Yes, I feel that single player games are being degraded because of developers focusing more on the monetary aspect, the marketing aspect of multiplayer. And the downloadable content coming out for multiplayer, the map packs, the weapon packs, skins, is more lucrative when you constantly play it with your friends than on your own single player. And rightfully so. A game that you play with your friends is going to be a lot of fun. But a game that you can play on your own and enjoy the narrative, enjoy the characters, and get to experience something as if reading a novel and get to share it with your friends and have opinions and thoughts and theories for the rest of your life. That is something that single-player games can do and multiplayer really can't do. You have a lot of theory craft in StarCraft as far as strategies, but story-wise, that's in the single player, and that's something that should be treasured and shared with all of us as gamers and is continually something to be praised. That I think we've fallen away because games are too devoted to their multiplayer components and to graphics themselves. I'm not saying there should be a shift back into back into single player. I'm saying that please, if you're a single player franchise, get that right first, and then if you want to add multiplayer, do it as an afterthought. Some games do a great balance of both, especially Modern Warfare. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to play some Uncharted 3 and we're going to have some fun. All right, stay tuned. This is Shifting Gears.
Here, this is my world.
All right, guys, welcome back to Shifting Gears. Play some Uncharted 3 single player. Now, for an example of great single player campaigns and a lot of fun, definitely check out the Uncharted series. The third game came out this Tuesday. So without further ado, let's go on an adventure. I like the pixels. Okay, automatically save data. Good to know. Data or data? Data or data? Oh, hey, an AK-47. You know, even though it's buried in sand, you can still fire that thing. That's how good that weapon is. Lichnikov knew what he was doing. Let's do normal. Yep, great new save. All right, here we go. And loading. It's unfortunate that PS3s don't allow games to be installed on their hard drives, like Xbox 360s, which would cut down on some of the load times, but oh well. All right, enjoy the music. Please enjoy the music while your game is loading. Oh, there we go.
All men dream, but not equally.
I dream of Lindsay Spore.
Those who dream by night, in the dusty recesses of their minds, wake in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.
I need to see that movie, Lawrence of Arabia. Man. Oh, there's still more cigar to smoke. It's all good. I've been to London. Not this part of town, though. Hooligans.
Hands up.
Enjoying yourself, pal?
Oh yeah, you're a comedian.
That's funny.
Nice warm welcome. They're both clean.
My apologies. One can't be too careful.
I'm guessing you're Talbot?
Mr. Sullivan and Mr. Drake.
That's right.
Do you have it?
Let's see the money first.
Cutter.
Bum.
It's all there.
Bum 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 bum
Now let's see
bum.
it. I'll need to authenticate it.
Of course.
Silver, 16th century, Elizabethan
Tell
design,
it's silver by just looking at it.
inscribed with
Oh.
Sir Francis
More the
Drake's
weight.
motto.
Quiet.
Well, it appears to be genuine.
Well, of course it's genuine.
If I may ask, how did you two come into this?
Does it matter?
My client will be very pleased.
Hold on a minute. Sully, this is fake.
I assure you, Mr. Drake.
Oh, you are right.
Those
This
limey
is phony as a $3 bill.
bastards.
What the hell are you trying to pull here?
Perhaps I should be asking you.
This is bullshit. Deal's off, pal.
No.
And you?
This is
You can tell
London.
your client. You blew it. Come on, Nate, let's get the hell out of here.
You're not really in a position to negotiate. Now give me the ring, take the case, and walk out of here like gentlemen. While you still can.
Do as the man says, son.
It's not
You're a
good.
thief.
Well now, that's ironic.
Oh, nice. That's their cue. That's a bad pun.
Come on.
All right, playtime. Okay, press attack. Ooh, yeah. Kick in the stomach. Oh,
Yeah, you and me.
nice. Oh, now I'm in control. Cool. Oh, duck. Nice. Good left, good left, good left, and a right. Oh, ow.
Me, come on!
Okay, stop grabbing me. Oh, oh.
No time to rest.
Nice.
All right, mate. You're done.
Good combo. Oh, this reminds me of playing Batman. Nice. Oh, and the balls. Ooh.
What's this?
Lurch.
I got him. Quick, hit him. Bad idea. Damn it.
Oh my god. Last call, fellas.
Get him. You spilled my drink. Come on now, let's break it up, will ya? Son of a bitch. Private party, can I join
Oh,
in?
another nut shot. Ow. Oh, come on. Block.
Down.
Oh.
Is that all you got? What do you
Nice.
think you're doing?
Block. Oh, I pressed triangle. There we go. There we go. Up against the wall. You hoodie bastard. Oh!
This got out of hand in a hurry.
I'll get the bartender. Oh.
Man,
It's disgusting.
nasty. Come on. Just give me a second there, mate. Okay, ready for more. Have the steroids, pal.
Oh, that's right. Go for the knees. Oh! Zombieland style, sucker!
You okay in there? You hurt?
Just my pride.
It's a royal flush.
Let's go, Nate. Here. And get out the back.
Stop him! I've got the old geezer.
Ready to go, kid?
Yeah.
Oops.
Crap.
Damn it.
Felt that one.
Come here. Typical bloody Yank. All talk. Hey. He's had enough, haven't you, mate? Don't. Stay down.
Hello, Victor.
Kate?
Still wallowing in the gutter with your protege, I see. Not very dignified for a man of your age.
Should have known you'd be behind this. Oh, careful now. Wouldn't want you to melt.
Same cocky little shit. So fearless. I wonder what you're really afraid of.
This chick is
Not
menopausal.
bullets or blood or broken bones. No. You get off on all this, don't you? Cheating death. Or not.
No.
Mr. Sullivan, I won't harm your precious boy. I merely want what's mine.
Give me that back.
Cutter!
Oh, no. Oh.
Shut up!
You fool!
Oh, you're bloody welcome, Your Majesty.
Marlowe, we have to get you out of here.
Oh, come on, they're a right pair of arseholes. What?
Shortest game ever. Okay, good. Colombia. Take it that's Drake. He's got the satchel. El Pirata. For those of you that don't speak the celestial language of Spanish, that means pirate.
All right. Here we go.
Okay, apparently I have to find something in here. Some compasses. Oh yeah, check the trusty journal. Okay. It's a map. Some nice Spanish guitar music. And some doodles. Some more doodles. And doodles. Alright, blank page. Okay. I think I have to find a ship. We're gonna find a ship with this museum in the way. Oh, here we go. That's not it.
Huh. No, that's not it either.
Okay. Still getting used to the controls. A little sensitive. Spanish monk. Cool. More ships, but not the ones I'm looking for.
Huh.
Okay. Alright, go back, go back, go back. More pages. You only flip one page at a time, it looks like. Alright. So I gotta find that ship, I'm guessing. I think... No, can't go there. I think that picture is on the journal itself.
Not here.
Oh, treasure! Nice.
That's not it.
Apparently I like looking at every display in this museum. A proper museum goer.
Maybe upstairs.
Maybe upstairs. Okay. So I'm guessing it has to be in a display case that looks like the one on the right. Let's find out. Hello,
It's gotta be in one of these cases.
inconspicuous guard.
Wait.
Museum closes in 15 minutes.
Huh. Huh. That's not it.
No, 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 no. Come on, it's not this. It's in that one. Booyah.
Crap.
This kid must be good at drawing. Talent I do not have. Change of music. What? This is 20 years ago. That's Sully. Oh, look at that. Look at that cool move. Like a boss.
Te agarré, ratita callejera. ¡Suélteme! Clase de gente no es bienvenida aquí.
Your class of people are not welcome here.
Quédate afuera.
Get out of here.
Pendejo.
Ooh, I shouldn't translate that.
There he is.
Okay, the classic follow mode in a lot of video games. The environments are nice. Music's very nice. The controls feel pretty good. Still a little bit to get used to, but
There he is.
interact a lot with your environment. That's expected. Take cover. Press circle. Cool. Chefro from Chile, ¿qué onda, amigo? Oh, careful the guavas, bro.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Ugh.
And that's when I got diarrhea. For weeks.
It was rotten anyway. Ah, now where did he go?
Oh, don't lose him. He's in a green shirt and he's white.
Where is he going?
I have a feeling we're about to find out, kid. Environments look pretty good. There's some meat just hamming around. That's such a terrible pun.
Now what's he doing?
It's not even a pun. It doesn't make sense. All right, focus on the game. Sorry, I thought there'd be like a lot more shooting at the beginning of the game, guys. Sorry.
Damn. It's locked. Looks like he's going upstairs. Gonna have to find another way up.
Okay. I take it I'm gonna have to climb. Man, I wish I was this courageous and athletic when I was a kid. I mean, I was athletic, but I wouldn't climb pipes. I climb trees.
What's he doing in there?
How convenient.
Need to get a better look.
And jump. And jump. And now what? Okay. Okay. Do I go in the window? Well, that makes sense. You can see me. Oh, whoa, oh. Wait. I reached my... Yeah, there we go. Alright, duh.
Aquí lo tiene.
Here I have it.
That's a ticket.
Gracias. Adios, amigo.
Okay, I gotta get that wallet. Crap. I can't go down that way.
Oh, but hey, there's a conveniently placed pipe for me to use. Whoa! 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 Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Treasure time. That's why I carry my satchel. All right. Yep. That's where I want you to go. Okay.
He's cutting through that building. I bet I can spot him from the roof.
Good plan. Where do you go from here? Up? No. Can't go up on that side, right? Okay. This is embarrassing. I don't know which way to go. Oh! Alright. That worked. And... oh, gosh. The inventor of parkour was Nathan Drake at the age of 12 in the country of Colombia.
Oh. Who was your friend?
Ooh, making out in the street. Ho 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 ho.
Gotta get down there.
This kid has a metabolism of a mutant.
Looks like I can climb down that sign.
Okay, use the sign. Cool. Fine. Come on. No, 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 no. No, you're back to square one. What are you doing? Go back. Go down. Down. You're at C, go to I. Oh, gosh. There, oh, there we go. Down. Nice. Beautiful.
Don't want to lose him.
Don't want to lose the white man and the blonde-haired lady in the crowd of Colombians.
Don't want to go down there. I gotta find a way to get that wallet.
If you're just joining us, this is a flashback. It is the beginning of Uncharted
It's right there
3.
in his pocket. Now's
This
my
kid
chance.
is like the 12-year-old version of Nathan
Seems
Drake.
to have some time to kill.
Maybe 14.
I got an idea. We can while away a few hours.
And he's a good thief.
Crap!
Hup.
Split
Gotcha.
to me, viejo!
Let's try that again.
Let go of me.
Ah, that's what I thought. Now don't try to run. You're a long way from home, son.
Don't call me that.
Parents must be worried about you.
Yeah, not likely.
Okay, sore subject. That was a nice lift back there. You're pretty good.
I don't know what you're talking about, old man.
Hey, don't call me that. Your technique is really sloppy, though. You're telegraphing all your moves.
You're crazy.
Yeah? You've been tailing me all over town. Probably figured me for an easy mark. But you picked the wrong guy, pal.
What?
My wallet. Fine. Maybe we'll just call the police.
Go ahead. Of course, they might wonder why a middle-aged tourist is following young boys down alleyways.
You are a
Ew.
crafty little beggar, aren't you?
I know how to take care of myself. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you don't like the cops any more than I do.
Good point. Kid. The wallet.
Had to try.
Of course you did.
Telegraphing all my moves, huh?
This kid's relentless.
All right. Museum's closed.
Okay, so more rooftop walking. Hey, there's a convenient wire for right where I need to go. Awesome. My muscles never get tired. Okay. Now the puzzlement of going where I need to go. Alright, I drop down. Drop another level. Oh gosh! My only weakness. 10-foot drops. Let's try this again. Alright. Try going this way. Apparently the floor is made of instant death for 14-year-olds. That's how they roll in Colombia. Where's some hay when you need it? All you Assassin's Creed fans. Nope. Oh. Whoa. Alright. No! Okay. New plan of attack. Alright. Obviously, I can't go through that wall. Can't go that way. Alright. Let's look at this roof. Obviously, I can climb it. Probably where I need to go. Oh, look at that. It's gotta have situational awareness.
There it is.
There we go. Whoa, goodness.
Oh, that was close.
This kid's giving me heart attacks. All right, I can go down. There you go. There you go. And in we go. Oh, treasure time.
Whoa.
Cool.
Damn it, kid.
Why, Victor, look who it is. The filthy little stray that made off with your wallet.
Uh-oh. Guys in
Come on,
suits.
son. You haven't got a chance. Just hand it over.
Now, the ring.
What ring?
Ow!
Who do you
Jeez.
think you are, boy? You're nothing but a filthy, cast-off little beggar. You're not fit to touch these objects.
What the hell do you think you're doing? He's just a kid.
Stop him!
Stop that boy!
Go.
He has the ring!
Up. There you go.
Door down.
Oh, God.
He's heading for the roof!
Whoa. Make it! Make it! Make it! No!
Oh, crap. Who the hell are these guys?
Okay. I gotta get on that box and maybe I can jump. Nope, 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 no! Oh, dang it. Okay, gotta line up on that box.
Oh, crap. Who the hell are these guys?
Alright, get on the box. There you go. No, no, get on the box! Get on the box, Daniel! Get out of the water, Daniel!
Shit!
Ah! Come on.
Crap. Who the hell are these guys?
Come on, come on. Line it up. Line them up. There we go. Thank you, Day 9. All right. Again, get off that box. Run. No! Okay. Line it up. Use the Spanish music for inspiration. Clutch, let's go. Get up the thing. Come on. Up the other wall. There we go. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, they're shooting at me now?
Shooting at me?
Hey, hang off this edge and not be. That's not the right way at all. All right, we got this. We got this. Line it up. There we go. Okay. This is getting embarrassing. All right, line them up. Let's go. People were taking shots every time I got hit. They'd be drunk by now. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. And up. Up, 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 up. Oh, nice slide. Right in the pigeon poop. Okay, go around the corner. Jump! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Oh, oh, oh. Oh! Oh, wait, I escaped. I guess not. Okay. Come on, buddy! Oh! Nice, Sully, thanks. No, turn around, go up the things so you can climb it. Come on, there you go. Oh, go, 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 man! Ooh. Oh. Ah! Make it! Yes! Man, he was flipping some tables. More like breaking them. Go, 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 go!
Sorry about that.
You have a nice home. Nice. Come on, buddy. You can make it. Oh. Jump. Made it.
Look what we have here.
Oh, a gun, finally.
Whoops. You all right? What are you shaking for? Just close your eyes. This won't hurt a bit.
Nice.
Come on. You're okay, kid.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more Uncharted 3 single player. Hope you guys are having a good time. Be right back right here at Shifting Gears. All right, guys, welcome back to Shifting Gears. I am your host, Clutch. We are going through Uncharted 3, the single player. A bit of a taste. But just real briefly, I want to talk about the opening sequence. Okay, we have characters that are already established because of 2 games prior to it. We do have a new character with that British chick. The stakes are already raised because we saw Sully and Nathan Drake get shot. So that's how to open up a story, especially for a sequel or for a third game. No whimsical paragraphs. I mean, we had a little bit of the quote at the beginning, but nothing that's like weird or out of place, and the action starts right away. So let's get back to the game.
You can relax, kid. We're safe here. Go on. Suit yourself. You don't want it.
What do you want from me?
A little gratitude would be nice. I did just save your ass back there.
Thanks. But what's in it for you? I mean, you're a crook, right? You gotta have an angle.
You are one piece of work, kid. What's your story, anyway?
Look, mister. No offense, but I don't even know you.
Easily remedied. Victor Sullivan. This would be the part where you introduce yourself. Okay. Suppose you tell me what's so special about that ring.
It belongs in my family. I'm just taking it back.
Passed down from Francis Drake himself.
That's right.
I don't know how to break this to you, kid, but Drake didn't have any heirs. No children.
Well, not with his wife back in England, anyway.
Okay, good point. Let me see it. Come on, kid. If I was gonna take it from you, I would have done it by now. Thank you. So, what is this? Parvis
Sic Parvis Magna. It means greatness from small beginnings. That was his motto.
Yeah?
You see, Queen Elizabeth gave it to him in 1581, when he got back to England after circumnavigating the globe. That's when she made him a knight.
Well, you sure as hell didn't learn that on the streets. How's a kid your age know Latin?
The nuns sort of insisted on it.
So, like a boarding school?
That's a nice word for it.
Okay, then. So what was all that business with the ring and that astrolabe thing back there?
Why don't you tell me? You're the one working for him.
Look, kid, a client wants something, I obtain it, for a price. I don't ask any questions. It's just a job.
Look pretty friendly to me.
Yeah, well. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm fired.
Okay, look. First of all, that was no astrolabe. It's some sort of decoding device. Check this out. On his way around the world, Drake sailed through the East Indies. Only he says that it took him 6 months to get from here to here.
Yeah, so?
So it doesn't add up. He was way too good a sailor for that. It would have taken him a month, tops. He was hiding something. Something big.
How big?
Atlantis?
Like secret mission from the Queen big. Like millions in plundered treasure that hasn't ever been recovered big.
Oh,
That big?
That big.
that could save the
And
U.S.
that
and it's dead?
Decoder has something to do with it.
I would bet my life on it.
Oh, swell. And Marlowe's got it.
Won't do her much good without the key.
So it's a stalemate then.
For now.
So you still haven't told me what your name is.
And you still haven't told me what you want from me.
Okay. Look, you got talent, but you got a lot to learn. You stick with me and I'll teach you a few things.
Thanks. But I'm doing just fine on my own.
Yeah, clearly. What do you say we try this again? My friends call me Sully.
Nathan Drake. Nate.
Drake, huh? Okay. I see great things in our future, kid. Great things.
There's some great voice acting. It really was. They were going to really make or break a game. Oh, damn.
And they're gone. All right, lads?
What?
Oh, God. Thought you were gonna put a silencer on that thing.
Sully, you've got no sense of drama.
Right. Yeah. All that racket's gonna bring the cops any minute. Let's get the hell out of here.
Could have pulled a couple of those punches, Charlie.
What do you mean? I hardly touched you.
You headbutted me.
All right, all right. I got a little swept up in the moment. You were the one who said make it look realistic.
Better stay on his good side.
All right, brothers, look sharp. They're coming your way. Don't lose them.
Told you they'd take the bait.
Nice.
How long do you reckon before they realize this is a fake?
Who cares? Finally flushed them out.
And now we just follow him back to their hole.
You do realize you make everything sound dirty.
That's what she said.
Let's get moving.
Oh, man.
Hurry it up, Nate.
Shit, the filth.
This way.
What? Come on.
Really?
Come on, Charlie, what's the whole...
Yeah. All right. It'll all be over soon. It'll all be over soon. It'll all be over soon. That's it. That's all. Oh, that wasn't too bad.
What the hell is wrong with you?
It's the funniest claustrophobia I've ever seen.
That's blocked. Wait, we can get around this way.
Oh, how convenient. A pipe.
Yeah, right. Or we could just use a little muscle.
Oh, there's a thought.
Well played, good sir.
Wall's too high.
Here. Let's move this thing over there.
Okay.
I got it.
Up. Gotta hold it.
Put your back into it, mate. We haven't got all bloody night.
Yeah.
Thanks for the help. Come on, move your lazy asses. All right. Looks like the coast is clear.
You should be more careful with your head, you know it.
Whoa.
Evening, lads.
All right, darling.
Looks like hell spit you two back out.
It was a thing of beauty, Chloe.
I went off without a hitch.
You're unusually quiet. What's up your bum?
Oh, well, Charlie seemed to enjoy himself a little bit too much for my taste.
Go.
My ears are still ringing.
Oh, for God's sake.
Helps if you have something in between. Oh, looks like I missed out on some fun.
Yeah, you did, actually. It was very, very cathartic.
It's funny.
Do you have any trouble?
Nah, easy peasy.
And you're sure they didn't see you trailing them?
Not a chance.
So, which door's Scary Poppins hiding behind?
Behind that one there. The green one. They drove in ages ago and it's been dark ever since.
You think they're still in there?
Well, I haven't taken my eyes off it. And no one's gone in or out.
Think these are really necessary? I mean, it's not like they're expecting us.
Don't underestimate these blokes. They're not messing about.
Hey, we're just gonna sneak in and we sneak out. Just like that.
Yeah, fair enough. But any trouble, you shoot first and ask questions later, all right?
Man, I was sorely tempted to just pick up that briefcase back there and walk.
Yeah, you got a lousy poker face, man.
Hey, trust me, that's nothing compared to what we're on to.
Yeah, well, at my age, a bird in the hand, you know.
Ew.
Didn't I tell you?
Oh, please. Look, I just hope you're right about this.
Chloe, this character she's in the second game, she's voiced by one of my favorite voice actresses,
quiet.
Claudia Black. Very sexy voice.
You think they're still in there?
Well, we're not gonna just barge in the front door and find out.
Well, we can't afford to waste time standing here.
I'll find a way in, check it out. You three stay here.
And there's a convenient pipe to climb. How awesome. Oh, X!
Sorry about that.
At least this parkour is way better than... well, some other things. I was gonna say Brink. Yeah, that's how I get in my apartment. I take the pipe. Right. Through the window. You would think if there's people inside, they'd hear all that noise outside, but looks like we're safe.
Empty? Wait a minute, where did it go?
Ooh. Treasure. Right on. Every time I get treasure, maybe you should take a drink. This rate's gonna be every time I use a gun. And drop. Pretty music. And drop again. You can make it. Oh, it's not hay. It's wood. Close enough.
Where the hell did they go? This doesn't make any sense. Give me a hand with this.
Yeah. Got it.
Does anybody see a car? Because I don't see a car.
I don't understand.
Damn it!
You sure this is the right one?
Yes, the green door, I'm sure.
Nate, we are losing time here. And that damn briefcase is looking better and better.
All right, come on. They didn't just vanish into thin air, right? There's got to be an explanation. Just spread out and look around.
They were here, all right. I can still smell the exhaust.
And that button doesn't do anything, even if I punch it. Oh.
Look at this.
Up. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Tire tracks. Still wet from the rain. Looks like the car turned here.
Thank goodness all my time watching Blue's Clues as a kid.
Hey, check this out.
Ooh, some kind of mechanism.
Yeah, maybe. 4 tires, 4 points of contact. Sully, stand right there. You two, back there and there. All right, everybody, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
And?
Well, this has got to be it.
In your face! In your face! In your face! Come up with an answer. Okay.
Wait, it's the light. Sully, aim your beam at the wall. Like headlights.
Whoa.
Well, abracadabra cadabra.
Nate, just who are we dealing with here?
There's only one way to find out. We'll track the car. You head back to the van.
We'll try and stay in radio contact. I'll let you know when we get through to the other side, all right?
Wherever the hell that is.
Just be ready for anything. Might be a quick exit.
No doubt.
She's the best driver in the business, you know.
So I've heard.
All right. That's where we're going to end for this evening, guys. We'll have a quick commercial break. We come back. Closing thoughts and a bit of a preview for next week's episode. Stay tuned for more Shifting Gears right here at MLG.TV.
Here, this is my world. This place inspires me.
Welcome back to Shifting Gears. I'm your host, Clutch. Yes, the same Clutch that was at MLG Orlando. I will be at MLG Providence, which is, 2 weeks away now? Crazy, time is flying. Next week, I will have on the show Team Liquid's Kennegat and Team Liquid's Chef. So feel free to send in any questions you would like to ask them. I will read them off my Twitter at Clutch08. I'm really excited to have them on the show next week. We're definitely getting pumped for MLG Providence. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. This is Shifting Gears. I host it every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. I talk about a lot of different video games, and obviously including StarCraft 2. But there's a lot of different video games out there that I love to highlight and talk about. And this episode was about multiplayer degrading the quality of single-player games. Talked a lot about that, and then got to see a wonderful single-player game, Uncharted 3. So, like I said before, if you have any questions you would like me to ask Kennegat or Chef for next week's episode, send them to my Twitter at Clutch08. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Bye.